Who or what are the angels? Let's take a minute to talk about that. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Minute Message Ministry. As always, I'm your host, Pastor Burns, and in this channel, we talk about church hot-button issues, as well as answering pastoral and layman questions. Our question today is, who or what are the angels? Well, simply put, angels are the servants of God. Let's go in a little bit more in depth with that, though. Angel study is also known as angelology or celestial studies. And the angels are a big part of heaven and Christian life. So the angel hierarchies, there are hierarchies of angels, are typically broken down into three sections. We have the lowest hierarchy, which are the earthly hierarchy. We have the mid-level hierarchy or the intermediate hierarchy, and then we have the heavenly hierarchy. The heavenly hierarchy are the ones that are closest to God, and then the intermediate are mid-level, and then earthly are the furthest away. But that does not mean that they're not holy. It just means that as far as in perspective to their location to the throne of God, these are where these angels lie. Every angel is its own species. I know that sounds weird. Angels are not a species of themselves like humankind are a species. Angels are each individual angel is their own special species, which means that they cannot be breeding, they cannot make new angels, though they can breed with man. That's where we get the Nephilim, but that's a topic for another video. But we'll start with the lowest hierarchy, which again is broken into threes, which is known as a triad. We have the angels. They're the first ones. Are guardian angels, but theologically we know them as angels. They're the ones that are protectors of man. They are the ones who bring our prayers to God. They are the ones that are closest to mankind. They're also the ones that are most seen doing good works for men through the authority of God. Then we have principalities, similar to the guardian angels. These ones protect the royalty or the authorities on earth. They're also the ones that are most known to be involved with the political issues of man. The other angels aren't given that much leeway, but the principalities are, and that's because they're in control of the regions of earth. They're in control of the different regions of earth. So they are more inept to be involved with the political situations going on earth. They are also the protectors. I think I've already said this, but they are the protectors of these different rulers. So that's why they're known as the principalities, principalities. Next, we have archangels. These are the most well-known angels. They're the named angels in the Bible. Archangel is a oxymoron. Seems how they're so low on the level. They're also known as chief or leading angels. That's what archangel means. They are the messengers of God. They're the ones who bring the messages to mankind in times of trouble. They're the ones who brought the messages to Mary and Joseph. Archangels are only numbered in 7. We only know 7 angels, and they say themselves that there are only 7 of them. Raphael said that I am one of the 7 who stand before the throne of God. So there are 7 archangels, and they're all named. So then we have next up are the powers. The powers are the warriors, the soldiers, the soldier angels. They're the ones who are consistently at battle with the demonic opposition that the world faces, the evils of earth. They are the protectors so that the world does not plummet into darkness. They are also the police that kind of police the pathways between heaven and earth. Then next we have the virtues. The virtues are the ones that are in charge of the weather. I guess they're the weathermen angels, but they're the ones that are in charge of natural issues. They're most in charge of nature and what goes on in nature. Next we have dominion. Those are the management angels, the ones who kind of hand out the tasks of the angels below them. They're the ones that are, they take the authority straight from God and regulate the duties of the other angels. Now we're entering the heavenly angels, or the next hierarchy. We have the heavenly angels. Their main goals are peace and submission. They are the most wise, or one of the wiser forms of angels. Any angels that are closer to the throne of God are often depicted with many eyes. These are no different. They are the lowest of the choir of angels, but they are also in charge of the book of life. They are the ones that are in charge of the wisdom. So the book of life is in their charge. And next we have the cherubim. Cherubim are the second to the throne of God. They're also known as the wheels to God's chariots. It sounds weird. They're often depicted actually as interchangeable spokes in a wheel that also have eyes dotted all around it. So you see like different rings involved in each other, and with eyes dotted around all these rings. So those are the cherubim. They are the resting place of God, which sounds weird. It's what God kind of rests on. So they're always lifting up the throne of God. They're the chariot of God. They are, so that's their main task, is to be kind of the footstools of God. And then we have the seraphim. These are the highest hierarchy, the highest of all the angels. Constantly they're worshiping God, singing, "Holy, holy is the Lord of hosts." They have 6 wings, 2 that cover their face, and then 2 that cover their feet, and then 2 that are used for flying. That's how they're depicted. They are the confidants, the attendants, or the guardians of before God's throne. They're basically, always around God, singing his praises forever and ever. So whenever you get to heaven, there's always going to be singing. But anyway, that is my best explanation for who or what angels are. Stay tuned next week. We'll go further into who else dwells in heaven. But stay tuned for that. I'm going to actually have a guest on next week to explain further the people in heaven, or the saints, as it goes. So stay tuned next week for that. Like and subscribe, and as always, have a good week.